This pod is brought to you by pre-workout, leg day, and beer. Oh God, logo night! Can you imagine your logo here? Send me a shirt. I'll wear it.
Send me a shirt.
You already recording on the thing? Are we recording already? All right, next topic.
Oh boy.
Next topic. Let's go to simping. All right.
Okay.
To being a simp. So I saw this post that was funny as fuck, and I just wanted to elaborate on this post. So it said it was having a crush is weird. Sitting here and wondering if she likes apples. Who the fuck cares?
Oh God! Oh shit!
It's hot in here.
I'm crying.
It's fucking hot
Oh,
in here.
I'm dying right now.
Shit!
Oh, you're funny. So
Stop! You're funny.
bro. Wait. So are you saying that well, what's your point with that meme? You just bring it up to bring it up.
So it's funny because the shit you talk about when you first start talking to a girl, or you have a crush on her.
Yeah.
What's your favorite color?
I always ask what their favorite color is. It's very important.
All right, why?
I don't know. You got to get to know them. Do you know someone if you don't even know their favorite color? I don't know your favorite color.
I was just gonna say.
I
What's
don't
my
know
favorite
you.
color?
What's your favorite color?
If you were to guess, what is it?
I feel like something red.
Oh, yeah.
For real?
Yeah,
Oh,
good job.
shit, we're aliens.
Does that mean is yours purple?
Nope.
Fuck, I went Lakers because I know you went Falcons.
I didn't even
Yellow?
go Falcons. No.
Red. Actually, it's red and blue.
Oh.
Yeah, I blood and crip.
Yeah.
They got me split.
That's dangerous.
No, I'm just kidding. Don't shoot. Part 2 is gonna be fucking wild.
I didn't even go Falcons for your favorite color. I don't know why. I just felt red was something that you resonated with.
Because I'm never angry.
What?
Have you ever seen me angry? Think about it.
I've seen you frustrated. To the point where I thought you were angry.
When? In a group chat?
I might have just made that
If it's
up.
in a group chat, that doesn't count because I'm not really.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I don't know why.
It's hard to read context.
Might have just made that up. I don't know why red. Red just popped into my head because we're telepathically connected.
I'm gonna answer this call. You want to talk, Violet? You can talk.
You can talk for a minute and then you might go back here. Don't unplug it. It's gonna die.
You're live on the podcast, Violet. You're live on the podcast right now.
Welcome to the Basic Boys podcast, Violet Coble.
So you're being recorded. You're on YouTube right
I might
now.
have just scared her.
Can you see me? He doesn't care.
We can't see you, but you're being recorded on the podcast.
Wait, that's what?
Wait, what?
What's your favorite color? Damn.
What's your favorite color?
She's not friends with me yet.
Blue.
Blue. That's new. Usually it's
And green.
and green.
Oh,
I was gonna say usually there's more than one.
my favorite colors.
That's Jordan's favorite colors.
It's
Is that
okay.
it?
We'll be friends one day. One day, Violet, me and you will be friends.
We're still recording. Is that it, or do you want to say something to the people?
But I just wanted to talk to you.
Well, you're talking to everybody because we're recording right now.
All right, call us on your way home so you can talk to her dad.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, love you.
Love you.
All right, bye. Well, I'm in trouble.
Uh-oh. Why? What
I
happened?
don't know. It sounds like she knows.
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Your hair's a mess. It's just... I just want Violet to be friends with me, man. You look like a cockatoo right now. Oh, shoot. What were we saying before you got that call? Something about colors? Oh, yeah. Just our favorite colors. I don't know how I got to red for you. I was just telepathically we were
Probably
connected.
because he wants to fuck me. That might be it.
Who?
Red.
Oh. Yikes.
All right. I got a thing I wanted to bring up.
Oh, bring up your thing. Not your real thing, but
To
your
you,
thing.
what's...
All right, I'm done. For now.
Oh, I wish. So I had this weird question. I thought of this when I was like super high.
Oh.
What's not a cult but feels like a cult? So my examples were like how some people are with like Harry Potter. Like they're in the cult. People with certain sports in the cult. Some TV shows like Me in the Office. It's basically a cult that I'm in.
Right.
I can reference it and someone else who's like, I remember that episode. Minute 28, episode 4,
Facts.
season 6.
Facts.
Like CrossFit.
Yeah.
Vegans. And lately, Peloton. Peloton is the new biggest wave.
I low-key want one.
Ever.
Low-key.
They made me want one. The people have spoken, right?
I want one in my house.
The way these people talk, I'm like, yo, this is
know.
life-changing.
I need a Peloton.
Meanwhile, I got this raggedy-ass bike I just took from your house. Like, that shit's about to break.
Bro, I tried to get on that once and it was wobbly. I was like, nope, I can't do it.
No, you're too tall for that.
trust
You're
it.
too tall for that. See, like, I'm like condensed. You can't see, but my feet are going.
I see it.
Okay,
I see
yeah,
it.
you see.
I see it. They can't see it, but I saw it. But what's a cult that's not a cult? Trump supporters.
Didn't even think of that.
Big time.
So, I know we got a lot of flack on that podcast. We actually,
Sure.
we fucking lost several followers because of that podcast, but... All right, well, I'm not going to do that because one of them...
Fuck them.
Denton, I love you.
Love you, Denton.
I love you,
That
Denton.
wasn't directed towards you. But everyone else
Everybody
who left,
else.
right there.
Because I consider you like a brother, cousin.
You're my brother,
You're my brother, cousin.
Cousin, brother, too, Denton.
But a lot of people didn't like it because they're like, you guys, like, because we're the Basic Boys podcast.
Get
We're keeping it
political.
basic. You know, we're keeping it basic.
Yeah.
And I have noticed people listen to podcasts to get away from that shit.
Fair.
Because if you go on social media, that's all you see.
Yeah, right. It's everywhere.
But to be fair, Trump supporters are
They are a
literally
cult. I still see Trump flags flying around. I'm like, he's not even around anymore.
I was at Wegmans yesterday, and a dude had a "Make America Great" hat again. Yeah, I said that right. Oh, sorry.
He had a MAGA hat.
Shit. And yeah, I looked at him like, are you fucking psychotic?
So psychotic.
How crazy would everyone look at me if I had a Ronald Reagan hat on all the time? They'd be like, what is wrong with this dude? Like, come on, get over it.
Right?
Clinton, 2024. Bill, not Hillary. Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
I support the troops. Fuck you, Hillary.
Tell him.
You would have won if
Talk
you
to
weren't
him.
such a piece of shit.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Fuck it, yeah.
You know,
Fuck
as a
it.
veteran, I
But
cannot
anywho.
consciously vote for Hillary.
Fair. As you should. Or should
so-
not. Whatever. That's your right.
Anyways.
But yeah, Trump supporters are crazy.
How
Like,
do you have a flag of the president, like,
hello.
like it's just wild to me, like, mainly because the flags that I see are like the American flag.
Yeah.
The Don't Tread on Me flag used to be awesome because it was like, I'm only supporting veterans.
Yeah.
Like, that was like the reason. Now that flag, to me, I see it, I think racist.
Yeah, same.
As a veteran, as like, that is a flag that was for veterans, and
Yeah.
now it's for racism,
Yeah.
basically.
There's someone in my neighborhood with that flag, and every time I walk by their house, I'm like, fucking white piece of shit.
Yeah, if you weren't a Marine or something, like, fuck you.
Yeah. Definitely weren't.
It fucking bothers me so much. Like, what are you doing with this flag? Even if I was a Trump supporter, I would think it's weird.
Yeah. Because that's the new conservative thing. That's like, don't tread on my rights. Brr.
But how come these people weren't so hard for Bush?
That part. Tell them. Tell them, bro.
Where were you at?
Where were you?
Where were you? And now
Where
I think
were
it's like
you?
a social media, like we talked about before. It's social media. It's the pandemic. Like, we're always online. We have too much access to information.
Yes.
And we overthink it.
Yeah.
And it's like a one-up thing, I feel like. Like, you want to feel like you're smarter than someone else.
Yeah. I don't know why that's a thing, but... And I always see these things where, like, Trump supporters are like, oh, if Biden voters love Biden so much, why don't they love him as much as we love Trump? It's like, maybe because he's in public office and he works for us, and we hired him to do a job for us, so we're not going to put him on a pedestal.
And we will also ridicule him the same way we ridiculed Trump.
If he does something we don't like, we're going to let him know.
Like, when he bombed, what was it, Syria?
Probably. I don't know.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh, yeah, it was Syria.
So I didn't vote due to my mail-in ballot debacle.
Yeah.
But I would have voted for Biden.
Yeah.
Take it for what you will.
Given
Whoever
the
on here,
two
be
options,
mad about it.
Given the options
I don't
that were
care.
in front
I'll be
of
open
us.
about it.
Yeah.
But I would disagree with that decision. I can disagree with who I voted
Of
for
course.
or who
Absolutely.
I didn't vote for. It's still the leader of your country. You should be able to disagree.
He had ideas that I thought I liked. He had ideas that I didn't like. And I hope that he comes through on the ideas that I like.
Like, he came across as a pedophile in some instances, and he came across as a racist in some instances, but I was still like, that's still better than this guy.
Yeah. Big time.
Which is telling you something. Which is saying a lot.
Something.
Not that we're political. I hate to, like, get
We
here.
won't stay on this very long, but yeah. We got to get some shit off every once in a while.
Yeah, because I did hear one podcast that was like, that the big problem is when you try to get across like an opinion like that, like if you believe Black Lives Matter, you lose a lot of followers. And then in the same notion, they were like, who gives a fuck if you lose a follower that does not believe that Black Lives matter?
Those aren't the followers you should have.
Exactly.
Yeah, which Black lives do matter very much.
And no one writes our jokes. No one writes our shit.
Off the cuff,
Off
baby.
the cuff like my main man, JC. You've never seen that movie. I know you haven't, but...
No, what movie is it?
Little Fockers.
Oh, no.
They're in the hospital, and Owen Wilson is like, I just speak off the cuff like my main man, JC. I only say it because my boy, shout out Hasky, who's never going to watch this. He used to say that all the time to me just to piss me off.
Yeah.
Like, he'd say something to me, like, you're a fucking idiot. And he goes, I just speak off the cuff like my main man, JC. Because we watched that movie together, and I was like, fucking stop!
Oh, but anyways, yeah, that's the one cult. It's not a cult, but it's a cult for sure. Big time.
Horde.
Horde.
Hold on.
What? What's going on? What are we pausing?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I just need to make sure I wasn't in trouble.
Okay.
All right, so one thing I did want to talk about on this podcast.
Talk about it. Talk about all the stuff you want to talk about, bro.
This makes me very mad.
Oh. I
Like
when Jay gets
legitimately,
mad.
it upsets me
Yeah.
that older generations who were shitty parents give me shit for stuff like my nails being painted.
Oh.
Right? I have 2 daughters and a son, but even if my son wanted to paint my nails, I'm like, go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
If you could see my toes, they're painted as fuck. My big toe is completely gold. Not the
Ooh.
nail, the whole toe.
Fancy.
Don't even care.
Love it.
But the thing is, like, I get so much shit at work because they're like, oh, look at your nails. Blah, 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 blah. And I told Violet about it. She's like, tell your coworkers they're really mean.
Yes.
And when she said that, I was like,
yeah.
and I told them, and they were like, well, and that dude, my background, that dude, Sam, he was like, well, now I feel bad.
Because you should.
I was like, you should. I did
you're a piece of shit.
Because they were making, like, gay jokes. And I was like, all right, you guys, I get it to a point, but...
I don't even get it to a point. Like, who gives a fuck? Why are you so worried about my nails?
Well, just because the way I grew up and the way my dad is and my grandfather is, and like, I can understand your sense of humor. You can do what you do.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it so my kids will be happy. Like,
course.
she loves painting my nails. She loves when she can do my hair. She loves all that shit.
Right.
So I'll do it all day.
Of course.
My parents ain't gonna... My dad would never.
No.
Never. Never.
No.
And it's so, like... I just feel like when people always think like, what should an alpha male be? Alpha male. Like, no, I'm the fucking alpha male because I am comfortable enough to let my kid paint my nails.
I hate those things.
And my
where
nails have
they're
been like this for like last podcast.
They
like
have
this.
been
They've been
like
this
that
for like 3
while.
weeks.
Yeah.
I hate
when I see things where I'm like, real men do this, or real men do that. Like, first of all, what is a real man?
The one that's like
First of
20,
all.
the 20 like things when it's like every father should teach his son this.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was like, you only go in the pool you don't use the stairs, you use the ladder or something.
Fuck that.
And I was like, I can't check the temperature.
Right? I'm dipping a toe. I'm dipping a toe.
If I'm drunk and I'm like, we're partying, I'll fucking belly flop straight in.
Sure.
I am a 2-time belly flop champion. All right? I don't give a fuck. But if we're casually swimming,
I'm dipping a toe, bro.
I need to make sure it's not too cold.
Right? I gotta prepare the testes for when they shrink, you know, like I gotta prepare them. I gotta let them know some shit's coming. I can't just jump in and shock them like that. Come on.
Yo, I hate that so much.
Anytime I see like real men do this, real men don't do that, that shit pisses me off.
It makes me so mad.
Like, bro, there's no such thing as a real man.
Well, it's funny because if we're talking about real men, I look more like a classic real man than you do. So what the fuck are we talking about? I got big arms, big legs, fucking big belly.
Talk your shit, bro.
Talk my shit. So fuck y'all, because I will get my nails painted and then go outlift you every day of the week.
Tell them. I wish I could do that. I'm on my way. That's my journey to my NPC
It's your journey,
bikini.
King. Here's my grocery list. Pretzel games, motherfucker.
Oh, shit. But yeah, don't tell me what real men do. Don't tell me.
No, I hate that. You can't be like, oh, only men do this, only women do this. My biggest preaching point to my daughter always has been, like, she's like, oh, only boys like dinosaurs. I was like, no, you can like dinosaurs.
False. Big false.
And all the time, her cousin, like, we talked about that one time, her cousin that likes to wear dresses or he likes to paint his nails. Every time I see him, I'm like, look at my nails. Hey, just so you know, I like my nails painted. I like this. I like that. So he knows, like, hey, do whatever the fuck makes you happy.
Absolutely.
Whatever makes you happy.
Yep.
That's what makes an alpha male to me. You can do whatever you feel comfortable with. You are the top dog because you don't give a fuck about you, or your Trump flag.
Alpha male or female. It doesn't matter. As long as you're doing what you love and you're not judging other people for doing what they love, fucking you're cream of the crop.
Unless you're
right
eating
there.
pretzels and prep. Fuck you. I'm just kidding.
That's science-based.
I'm just kidding. It is science-based, but I'm just kidding. I don't want to be too aggressive about it. It did bother me, but now I feel bad for you.
Now I'm judging people. Shit. But no, I totally agree with that. Like,
I hate it.
It's so ridiculous. I saw my favorite new social media site, TikTok.
I fucking love TikTok.
Love TikTok. So I
like to get high and just watch TikTok.
There was this one guy who was replying to a comment, and it was a gay man, and he had like really long, done up nails. Like, you know, whatever, do him. But someone commented on a previous video, like, oh, like, you should change your nails. You're a man. You should act like one. And he had a cup. And I'm going to use the word that you hate to use, but I'm quoting him. Okay. He said, honey, I don't know if you got the memo, but I'm a faggot. And I was like, oh, tell him, bitch.
Same thing as the N-word. It's his word. He can use it.
Exactly.
That's how I feel.
I'm like, quoting him, I would never use it to call him that, but he called himself that. So, but like, it's the same thing. Like, just because he might be born a man, like, that doesn't mean that's what he identifies as.
No, but even if you do identify as a man, you can do that.
Absolutely.
You can identify as a man and do whatever the fuck you want.
Totally, yes.
To me, like, I consider an alpha male someone who is confident in what they do. Someone who is who they are and they fucking own it.
Yep.
Gay, straight, whatever. Yep. You can be a gay alpha male.
Of course. Absolutely. I would say
I believe they call that a top. That was a joke, but I'm serious.
I know.
That was a good one, eh?
That was a good one.
Best pod ever.
Shit. Yeah, but as long as you're confident in who you are and what you do, you are alpha over anybody else.
Which I know I clowned that, like, TikTok you played last week.
Yeah.
But it's true. Like, it's what you think. It's what you perceive.
Of course. It's your confidence in yourself and your acceptance of who you are. And not trying to change who you are.
Like, it happened to me today for, like, a glimpse.
Yeah.
A glimp? That word is fucking... So, I went to go do... It's today's chest
suck
day.
At inclines.
Or, it was yesterday.
I have a
chest
terrible
day.
incline bench.
And I had to do incline. And same with me. I'm not very good at it. I'm very weak. Chest is, like, my weakest point.
Same.
And the dude next to me, who's half my size, had 120-pound dumbbells. Boom, boom. Wrapping them out. Incline.
Oh, damn.
I had 60s, and I was doing what he was doing at first. Like, I put him down after my first set, and I was like, fuck. This dude is making me look so bad. Then I stopped, and I was like, who gives a fuck what he's doing?
Who gives a flying fuck?
So I did go... that made me go up and weight. So not because I was trying to outdo him, because I felt so shitty about myself because of what he was doing, that it made it click in my head, like, why should that make me feel bad? No, fuck that. I'm going to do more because it's me versus me. It's not me versus him.
Absolutely.
He's getting better. I'm getting better. Fuck him. Fuck me.
Fuck him.
I'm doing this shit. We're gonna fuck each other.
Whoa! Oh my god.
When shit stops getting complicated and starts getting basic.
Oh.
It's the basic boys. You know what I mean?
That might be a tagline. I might put that on some merch.
That's like the third time I've said it. What do you mean? You don't pay attention.
It's the whiskey talking. I don't know.
Well, I wrote it on Facebook. That's fine.
See, I'm not on Facebook like that, so that's why. But, anywho, yeah.
Anywho.
That'll be another tagline.
Every tagline is yours that we have right now.
Not true. Maybe. I don't know. Fuck
That
it.
part, for real, is kind of you because it was Hallie's.
It was us.
It's Hallie.
It's
It's more
all of
Hallie's
us.
than ours.
It's
for
homegirl.
real, it's hers.
It's homegirl from the store. Hallie didn't even say that.
But it belongs to her.
Because, yeah,
She said,
for real, couldn't
girl,
find
for
any
real,
maternity clothes.
No maternity clothes.
No maternity clothes anywhere in the mall.
Do you want to get into your topic?
Hi. Oh, that's
what I
not.
just saw. I gotta pee again.
Oh, I was about to say the same thing.
I haven't stopped talking because I don't know what to say. Thank God you're back. Thank God. One thing I did say, though, is I want people to chime in. I want you to, include that.
Of course.
So I noticed a lot of successful podcasts, they have people chime in.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you guys want advice, if you guys want us to talk about something, please bring it up. Message me, message Jordan,
Yeah.
message
The Basic Boys Instagram
the Basic
page.
Boys Instagram page. If you
/
just look
Facebook
up
page.
Basic Boys with a Z,
Maybe
'cause
Twitter
we're
one
super
day.
corny. Podcast,
We're super corny.
we're on there.
Fuck off, dog.
Boys with a Z. So that dude Haskell, his real last name is Haskell, right?
Okay.
So I was in the army with him, and I used to make fun of him because he wanted me to get a motorcycle with him, and so we could be the biker boys. And he said, and he goes, biker boys with a Z.
It's got to be a Z.
And then we got a Z.
Anything
so
boys has to be with a Z.
So me and Jordan thought of this on our way home. I was definitely drunk. I don't know if you were drunk from the Halloween party.
I was not drunk.
I was drunk as shit. And I was like, and we're sitting there brainstorming, like we're shouting out random ass names, and I was like, what about Basic Boys with a Z?
I'm going to correct you there. That's not how it happened. It happened because we were on our way home from this Halloween party, and we were like talking about how this very basic Puerto Rican white girl.
Wait, to defend me, I was drunk.
Yes, he was drunk.
Very drunk.
But we were on our way home.
And I was Jim from The Office, so good for me.
from this Halloween party, and we were talking about how our comedy style resonates with people that are very basic. We're like, oh, our humor resonates with people who are basic because we're basically the basic boys. And we're like, fucking that's it right there.
You're right. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
That was a fantastic high five for the first try. I was worried, right where I put my hand up, I was like, we might miss.
You got to look at the elbows. It's the elbows, right?
See, I know that, and I didn't.
I didn't
I just
either.
hoped for the best.
Yeah.
I was like, he's 6'7" 3/4, and don't put it up way high. See,
you didn't look at my elbow.
I did.
I looked at yours too.
Shit.
Their form is different length. Oh my god.
Yeah, because you're so. All right. Next topic, because this topic I've actually wanted to talk about like
so
weeks
hyped
ago.
about it. Okay,
I am.
Let's get into it.
Dudes that are so like people call them simp, right? But they're so bitch that they do like bitch things to get pussy.
Like what?
Like they'll pretend like, oh yeah, women's rights, or oh yeah, I agree with you. Like the dudes that go so hard.
Oh, God.
Hard for women, like obsessively disgusting. Like I play my guitar in the quad and sing about women equality.
Ooh,
like those,
shit.
you know what I mean? Like those kind of guys who like.
Do.
So-
I've never met one of those kinds of guys, but I do know what you're talking about.
The
yes.
reason this topic was wrote down, which might help give it some context and help this
I
conversation.
like context.
So it was the same thing that I asked about the OnlyFans. Let me see if I can find it. The girl that said OnlyFans dating customers.
Okay.
So a dude commented on that status because just so everyone knows, I even posted about it. most of our content comes from Facebook. Of me scrolling Facebook and I'm reading your drama and your bullshit.
Your bullshit.
And it's fucking gold. It's so good. So this girl posted, she has an OnlyFans, and she posted about how, like, she'll never date her customers or whatever. And a dude commented of, like, oh, well, she only doesn't date her customers because you don't want to mix business with pleasure. Like, he explained it very well.
Sure.
And I agreed with him.
Sure.
And then a dude commented and was like, I've been in this industry for 10 years. Blah, 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 blah. No, she is right, and don't try to mansplain it.
Here we go.
That instantly made me think of, like, the dudes who say things like, don't mansplain it to me. And one time a girl told me, so a girl posted that I knew from the army was like, hey, I just want to know what everyone's idea is on going vegan and, like, what a good take is. And I was like, personally, I went vegan for a month, which I did, like, 4 years ago.
I remember that.
I did it for Lent. And my doctor took my blood work and did everything and was like, hey, your estrogen levels are really high. And I was like, oh, has anything changed in your diet? And I was like, oh, yeah, well, I went vegan and I cut carbs and da-da-da. And he was like, oh, well, how much protein comes from soy? And I was like, oh, well, all my protein came from soy. I was eating a lot of tofu. Like, I just thought tofu was the only way to go. And he was like, well, more than 40 grams will cause you trouble as a man because of whatever. Doctor shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit, okay. So I just didn't do it right. And I explained it in the status. And someone goes, don't mansplain why veganism is terrible. I was like, I didn't say it was terrible. First of all, I said what? Because I explained that story.
Yeah.
And I was like, I explained what was wrong with what I did.
Yeah.
And I was like, if you do it right, yes, definitely.
Sure.
But the amount of lentils you have to eat as a man.
Astronomical.
Like, if you want to be a bodybuilder and you want to be vegan, you have to eat so much that it's crazy expensive.
Yeah.
And personally, that's my goal. I want to be a bodybuilder. That's what I like to do. It's fun for me. It's my own personal interest. So, for me personally, that's all I said. And she's like, "Don't mansplain."
How is that?
So this dude did the same thing. He was like, "Don't mansplain her profession. I've been in it for 10 years." It was like, is everything that a man says mansplaining to these people? Like, that's what I don't understand.
I don't understand that either.
What do you think mansplaining means?
I think mansplaining, if it's presented in a way like a woman is saying, oh, you're mansplaining that to me, is like trying to water a topic down to a point where you think like a 5-year-old needs to understand it. If you're talking about it to a woman.
But is that mansplaining, or is it just like you're being an asshole? Because it's not necessarily mansplaining, because there's some dudes who would do that whether you're a girl or a guy. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean...
Are you going to Google mansplaining?
I am going to Google
I was going to too. So, right, perfect.
I mean...
So it bothers me because I was like, I feel like I'm very... Not to toot my own horn. I feel like I'm pretty fucking progressive for my thinking.
Yeah.
And I feel like I put women equal to me.
Sure.
Ever since I had a daughter.
Right.
I was very ignorant to it prior, not gonna lie. I did not think about it the way I do now. But definitely I always preach to my daughter, a woman can do whatever a man can do.
Absolutely.
Easy.
Absolutely.
And we talked about it last pod, too. About how, like, fuck that. No, other than genetic reasons, you can do anything a man can do, and you should get paid fucking equally.
Absolutely. So, according to dictionary on Google, mansplaining is the explanation of something by a man, typically to a woman, in a manner regarded as condescending or patronizing.
But I feel like... all right, so the way I will word this carefully, that might make me sound like shit.
Oh, boy.
Me personally.
I'll try to say it if it makes you sound like shit.
That sounds like a rich white male explaining anything to anyone that is not a rich white male.
Why rich?
Because every single white man that I've ever met with money talks like that.
I don't think it's only...
In my experience.
In your experience, yes. Okay, sure. I totally understand that.
From like a central Massachusetts.
Sure.
Those kind of guys.
Yeah. I don't think it's only like rich white males. I don't think it's rich males in general. I think it's any male who...
Went to WPI. That's good though, right? Because you know what I mean.
That is good.
You know what I
Those WPI folks are a little aggressive.
No, you motherfucker.
But
I've been at so many parties there, and that's what they're like.
Any guy who would explain something to a woman in the assumption that she won't understand it. And it's like say like it's like a guy talking about like one of his passions, like, you won't get it because you're a woman, or you won't get it because of this. But then they try to explain it, but it's like a condescending, like, you don't get it because you're like sports and you're not a sports person, and the referee, like, you know, they try to explain it, but in a very condescending manner, basically saying that the woman won't understand what they're trying to explain because of the simple fact that they're a woman.
That's so like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, that's so, like, pick and choose of, like, you're choosing for it to be mansplaining, if that makes sense. Like, you want it to be that's what it is, because you can explain something and you're being an asshole about it, but it's not because they're a woman, it's because you think you're so fucking smart and they're so dumb. It's not necessarily a gender thing, because I've been in situations where, say I'm explaining football, and it's a dude who doesn't watch football, and it's a woman who doesn't watch football. Sure. I'm explaining it the same way. Sure. But it might come across as mansplaining because I'm kind of being a dick about it. Maybe.
So I think mansplaining
based
could be,
on that explanation.
I think mansplaining could be applied to explaining something to both male or female people.
Oh, okay.
Because I never
thought of it like that.
I think it's just the men's way of saying, oh, this is something so simple to understand, why don't you understand it the way that I understand it? And then condescending to them and their intelligence level, basically saying, you're a fucking idiot. I get it, why don't you get it? Whether it's a male or a female, it doesn't matter.
Well, it's confusing to me because the context I've heard it in was like in a sexist way, and I was like, I'm not being sexist. I just said my estrogen was lower according to my doctor. That's what I told you.
I think the
he has my blood work. He has my charts.
He's the professional. I think the term mansplaining inherently makes the phrase itself sexist. I think women can mansplain something to men who don't understand something.
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like that's what it sounds like.
I think mansplaining is just the way that you explain something to someone else. Whether if you do it in like a condescending manner of like, you're too stupid to fucking understand this, let me try to explain it to you. So like it's essentially like
Chad Country Club explaining.
Yeah, essentially male or female. Yeah. So Chad or Chadette. I don't know what the female
Chad
name of Chad is.
What is that game they play?
Bocce.
No, croquet.
Croquet.
And he has a thing on his shoulder, and he's like, Jason. You don't really know how to row boats as well as you think you do.
Well, let me tell you about the double helix knot that us sailors use.
Yes! See, you fucking know.
Of course I know. I mean, I get it. But yeah, I think it can go either way. I think it's a male or a female issue. I think it's just you basically assuming that whoever it is you're talking to, regardless of their gender, doesn't have the intellectual capacity to understand something at the level that you understand.
So it's not necessarily mansplaining, or is it so much
explaining it like you're a dick.
Like,
essentially,
like it's like classism,
douche-splaining.
It's like classism. Yeah. Like I'm above you. You don't know what I'm talking about.
Class-splaining is a good way to put it.
Hey, champ. Do you want to hear about how the economy works?
Do you want to understand politics? I could teach you about football.
Vote for Trump.
Wave a flag. Wear a red hat.
Put it on the back of your truck.
Oh my God. Oh, speaking about this, just reminded me of a random story that I heard back of a truck, that the way my brain works. So I was at Wegmans one day, and I saw the back of someone's truck. It had a sticker that said, oh, you want to lose more jobs? Keep buying stuff from China. And I was like, that sticker's from China. Fairly certain that the thing that you bought to try to explain that you should buy American-made or domestically made products.
Every Trump supporter ignored the fact that inside of their MAGA hat said "Made in China."
Hello, we don't want to live in communist China, but let me wear this hat that was made from China.
The thing about their whole theory,
we're very political.
Which I feel like it doesn't matter who's president, but the theory is the same.
Yeah.
That whether it's Facebook or whatever, any social media outlet, they're all controlling what you see and what you say and what everyone hears and what news you get brought to you.
Of course.
We're already living in a country that is more similar to China than anyone will admit.
I agree with that.
And you're not smarter because you get it from fucking fuck Biden, vote Trump 2020.net. My cousin shared this on MySpace.
Oh.
No. That's what always gets me about those people. Because it's like, you don't realize how we are just as bad as China. The only difference is the people that live in China know it.
They do.
And they know.
Yeah.
Google got paid billions of dollars. Or maybe millions. I could be. This is not a news podcast. Let me clarify. In case we get big one day and they go back and go through our archives.
This is not factual evidence.
Yeah. So they actually have their own version of a Google search, so they can't see the shitty things their own government is doing.
Yeah, I've seen that.
People have like had an outrage about, but it's like our government does the same thing. Mm-hmm. We just don't realize it. But in all actuality, ironically, England is the only people probably getting all the real news.
Probably.
And we're getting all the biased shitty news.
Yeah.
Like, for all we know, we could all be... I say this with a grain of salt. We could all be very wrong, and imagine Trump is, like, really right in this situation, and they're saying all this wrong shit. But we're never gonna know.
No.
Because we are so subjective to each outlet that we see, and we have so much access to so much information.
Right.
We don't fucking know.
We don't know shit about dick.
We're all getting mansplained all day.
Shit. Goddamn. The news is mansplaining everything to us.
Everything, because we're idiots.
We are.
At the end of the day, we're idiots.
Yeah, low-key, we are definitely idiots.
Newscasters are idiots. We're
the
idiots.
big majority
the
of us are
government is
idiots.
playing us all day. And I've thought this for a long time. Like, whoever you're voting for is just the face of what's happening.
Yeah.
This is a person you can say,
it's someone to point the blame at.
Biden's fault.
Yeah.
It's Trump's fault.
Absolutely.
No, really, it's the 50 people behind him who have been there for 40 years.
It's the Senate. It's the House of Representatives. It's the full branches of government.
Which, sorry, Dad, before I say this, people like my dad who are like, no, it's Biden. It's Biden. Fuck Democrats.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. You're not voting in your local elections. So what are you talking about?
Right.
If you're not voting locally,
You're voting.
You're just as wrong.
You're only voting in the primaries when it's the president at stake.
Which doesn't matter. Your
not
vote,
matter
because actually in primary, your vote doesn't matter. In general, it's isn't that like the popular vote? That's
the
it.
Electoral college is what
Electoral
trumps
college. So it's your
everything,
local elections that choose who's president.
Yep.
So that's what blows my mind of like people who are like, oh, like my baby mom's parent or her family one day. I was like there. She was like, oh, what because they're like old school Italian, Massachusetts. One of the twins' great aunts was like, what is it like there in Pennsylvania? I was like, oh, well, it's a swing state, so it's like 50-50.
Yeah.
So she goes, how does Biden win that? I was like, because it's 50-50.
Yeah. Whoever gets more of the 50 than the other
If it
person.
goes either way.
51 to 49.
Anyone can win that.
Right.
I could win that state by accident.
Whoops.
Yeah. If I'm with the right party, I can win that state.
Right.
And I'm a fucking moron. And then she's like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Then there was a huge argument. I was like, all right, so I'm going to take my kids. I'm going to leave. Thank you for helping. All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
And by the way, I just want to give a disclaimer that was not a shot at my baby mom. She's been amazing. We have been co-parenting like a motherfucker, and it's been fantastic.
Yeah.
And let's talk about that a little bit.
Sure. Let's get into that shit.
Because I've been drinking. I'm ready to talk about
shit.
it. Co-parenting. Hey, shout out my baby mom because she's been doing fucking fantastic, holding it down. I know I talked a lot bad about her early in this podcast. But it was
I still
because,
respect you.
Yes, it was because
Definite
of problems
respect.
we had. It was not about parenting skills.
Right.
And so, if you want to edit this part out after, I'm cool with it.
Okay.
But I do want to talk about it, kind of.
Let's talk about it.
You had problems with your baby mom.
I did.
And you were debating some tough situations where you could fight for custody.
Yep.
But then, as a dad, you really kind of got to pull back and think, like, what is best for my kid long term?
Right.
Am I fucking my kid over, or am I trying to do what's best for me or best for her?
Right.
So, and I thought the same thing several times. Like when I initially fought for custody of my kids, I was thinking what's best for me. I was not thinking what's best for my kids.
Absolutely.
And I can admit that all day. And anyone who ever says I talk shit about my baby mom, I just said this shit right now.
Boom.
I many times think what's best for me because I want to see my kids every day.
Of course.
Every fucking day.
Absolutely.
Just like you do.
Yeah.
But we had a recent conversation about that and about how it's not always what's best for us is best for the kids.
Yeah.
Because end of the day, I grew up with both my parents.
Same.
And
no,
if my parents weren't together, I should have been with my mom.
Sure.
My mom was the best parent I could ever ask for.
Agree. Totally 100%. My mom was the same way. Yep. And I grew up with my mom.
If I didn't have my mom, I would wish your mom was my mom. Your mom's awesome.
Thank you.
Your mom
she
is the fucking
fantastic.
best.
She's
we
great.
came over, we all fucking hung out. I love your mom.
Yeah, she's great.
But, like, that's why it's a tough decision for single dads to, like, because there's so many times, and I know, even though we don't have a lot of listeners, we have, all our listeners are single dads.
Yeah.
Even if we don't have them, the males are single dads.
Right, right.
And no one talks about that shit of, like, that weird situation of, like, I could fight for custody, but should I?
Right. Would this work long term?
Easily, we both could have fucked ourselves in how easy we have it now of, like, not necessarily easy, but it's, like, our visitation schedules are very, like, frugal. Like, we can kind of pick and choose, and they help us out so much. But if we go and fight and argue with them, we could ruin what we have now.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And we want what's best for our kids at the end of the day.
Of course. It's a fine line to walk between what I think I want, what I think is best for my kid, what I think is best for being able to co-parent for the long term.
And then what we all need.
Yes. Absolutely.
Want, need.
Yes. And need is
crucial. So fucking crucial. Because say me or you in either one of our situations fought and tried to take our kids, even if we got them.
Yeah.
10 years from now, they could be in therapy saying my dad took me from my mom.
Absolutely. Easily. Over something that was so minuscule.
Which is the worst. Even if we win, we could lose.
Yeah. And because you think you're doing something so good. Like, I'm pulling you out of the situation that was so toxic, but they don't see it that way.
Yeah.
And you don't know if they're going to see it that way.
Because like, we could talk about it all day. Like, they might be toxic people. That doesn't make them toxic parents.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Totally agree with that. Totally agree with that.
Because I will say, no fucking questions asked. My kids have fantastic mothers.
Yeah.
I have 2 baby mamas. Both of them are amazing.
Absolutely.
Would never want someone else to raise my kids.
No.
I will never doubt it.
Nope.
They have proven themselves time after time.
Absolutely.
But you can ruin that so easy of that quick thought of, I want my kids with me.
Yep.
Or that quick thought of, I'm better parent than her.
Yep.
But you're not their mom.
Yeah. No.
Which is what makes it so fucking hard.
It is so hard. And it's even more difficult when you get outside voices who don't understand the intricacies of the relationship that you have with your kid and with their mom.
Yes.
So people who are like, oh, bro, you should totally fight for this. This is like a reason that X, Y, and Z, like you could do this in the courts, but you have to act now or else you'll never like get that opportunity again. It's like, okay, like I understand where you're coming from, but if I do that, that will severely tarnish all of the work that I've put into this co-parenting situation for 7 years now, which has taken me 7 years to get to this point. Arguably 8. Definitely arguably 8. For sure. It's taken me that long to get to this point. I'm not going to throw that away because one itty bitty little minuscule opportunity presented itself to me that's not even like, if it was a theme, I would understand that. If it's like something that's continually happening, absolutely, I would totally understand that.
You can't. It's hard to pull the trigger on that.
You can't. It's not.
Which is why, like, no offense, when this was brought up in our group chat, when I texted you separate, and I was like, hey, we need to fucking talk about this. Yeah. Because no one in this group chat understands but me, and you might be making a mistake. You're like, yes, I wanted to text you because I thought the same exact thing.
I was stressing over that conversation. Like, when it happened, so I missed like the first calls that I got when this person was trying to explain like the whole situation to me.
I know, because I was like, he's sleeping.
Yeah, so I wasn't sleeping. I was watching a basketball game and my phone was on silent, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So I called him back and he explains to me like, all the shit that I could do, given the opportunity that arose itself because of a bad decision that somebody made one time, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, you could do this, this, and this, and you can fight for custody, and you could do all this stuff. And I'm like, fuck, you're technically right. But, like, what does this mean for me?
Yeah.
Like, I know that I can do these things.
Because outside you think of that small picture.
Yeah.
But
In
people
that
like
moment,
me and you, we have to think of...
You got to think
what
about...
about 5 years from now? What about 10 years from now? What about her wedding day?
So crazy to think that you have to think about what is this one action going to mean for the rest of this one person's life.
Yes.
Not just like a couple months, a year, the rest of their life. This is something that they are going to harbor, that they're going to think about, that could potentially be traumatizing for them. I don't fucking know.
I have a different view on it because I was always a mama's boy.
Yeah, same.
So I have that view of like...
Big same.
Whether I hate your mom or not, you need your mom more.
Facts.
A lot of people might hate this statement, but you need your mom more than you need your dad.
Facts.
You need your mom.
Absolutely.
Because your mom is the nurturer. She's the carer. She's the one
birthed
who...
your ass.
You have bad dreams. She's going to hold you.
Hello.
Like, your dad will be like, come on, dude, you're fine.
Yeah, right.
Like, me and Violet even have those moments.
Not all dads, but some dads.
Yeah. But, like, to a point. But still, either way, it has been proven. You can grow up without a mom or without a dad. You can't grow up without a mom.
No.
It's so fucking
It's so much harder.
It's so hard.
So much harder.
Because a mom brings something different to the table that a dad cannot bring.
Absolutely.
And we both recognize that in that conversation. And that's why it's such a hard conversation to have. And I didn't know if I should bring it up on here, but I've been drinking, so I was like, I need to bring this up because I know there's a lot of single dads that watch this, and they have those opportunities to do shit like that, and they don't do it, and they don't know why they don't do it. But we knew why. We knew why, because we had that conversation.
Yeah.
And I talked to Steph about it, and she was like, you're right. And honestly, yeah, it would have fucking ruined any chance you had of seeing Violet. Any chance you had.
Everything.
Because I was like, imagine if you got a DUI or something like that. And I was like, hey, I'm going to go after you. And she was like, you would never see her outside of agreed time.
No.
And outside of agreed time is my best parenting time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Especially living here. Especially living out of state.
Yeah.
And it's very hard.
It's so hard.
And you got a kid on the way, so you want that sibling relationship because that's even more important.
I mean,
than the
I'm
parenting.
thankful for the fact that she's even like, once this kid's born, like, let's send Chrissy there so she can spend time with her new sibling. Like, that's something
how we both are with our siblings.
Yeah.
And how we want our kids to be with their siblings.
Of course. What? Absolutely. Like, being able to get to a point where Christy's mom is like, hey, like, I know you're having a baby. Super happy for you guys. Like, I want Christy to be out there to be able to meet her new sibling, boy or girl, whatever. Like, I want her to be out there. Like, that is something that in the first year of Christy's life, that probably wouldn't have happened.
She did not have to FaceTime for that.
No.
For that baby shower.
Definitely not.
And if you pulled the trigger or whatever,
that would not have happened.
No
she would
way.
not have been present on that FaceTime.
No way.
Definitely not.
So that's the hard thing because people that don't have kids don't understand.
Right.
Like,
because they only see it as like a custody battle. It's like who has them more, and whoever has them more is the better parent than the other parent. When that's not how it works.
You're both great parents for different reasons.
Exactly. And you both have to learn how to be great parents together but separately. It's like this weird dance that you have to do to make sure that you both get enough time with each other and you both are present at important moments of their life.
Yeah. Steph has told me that before where she's like, I didn't realize how the difference of my parenting style and your parenting style because me and Violet have sat in the bathroom locked away for 2 hours talking.
Yeah.
And her and Steph can't do that because Steph might lose her patience or she might, whatever. And it's just we have different styles of what we do.
Yeah.
And it's not saying hers is worse than mine. It's just saying it's different. And if you try to pull the trigger on something like that and you fight for custody, you're destroying both styles because you guys can't talk to each other anymore.
That foundation that you built?
You're never going to talk to each other again.
No.
Until, like, her wedding day, maybe.
If that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what we talked about. We brought up the wedding day thing, and you're like, maybe her wedding day or whatever. Maybe we'll talk about it. And even then,
like, I don't want, and this is something so crazy to have to think about. I don't want in, let's say, 20 years down the line, I don't want her wedding day to be awkward, that her mom and her dad can't get along because of one decision that I made 20 years ago.
And co-parenting is so much fucking harder than people think.
It really is.
You know why? Because like the Facebook shit where it's like mom, stepmom, kid, dad, stepdad, like that soccer picture where they're all in, like, it's not like that. It can't be like that because that is weird.
Yeah.
To me, that's weird. And my baby mom thought that's what it was going to be like. It's not. And it's hard. It's hard. It can't be like that.
No.
And it's like, you're right, though. Like, if you go to, like, you can't make events like that weird because I want to be at the twins' 16th birthday, whether they have it separate or together. I want to be at all their big events, but I can't be like that if I'm fighting for custody every opening I see.
Right.
Which, hey, single parents, that's what we're talking about. Like, you can't just dive in like you see an opportunity like a shark in blood and fucking attack it. It doesn't work like that.
No. Because there's so many different emotions
variables
that you have to think about, variables that you have to think about. And then not only is it like the variables of your kid and their mom, but you also have to think about how does this affect like the person that I'm with at the time? Like the person that, like Hallie, like I can't make a decision without talking to her about it because she is still a part of Christy's life. She's still a part of this co-parenting thing. Like she's still an extremely important person.
What she needs to have some kind of say.
Exactly. Like I
feel the same way. Yeah.
It's such a delicate balancing act that you have to do with so many different people that it's like you're walking on eggshells all the fucking time.
And no one fucking talks about it.
No. At all, because nobody knows how to talk about it. You're the first
person I've ever met that I can be like, dude, I have this problem. Here's what's going on with my baby mom. And there's been times where you told me, just shut up.
All you gotta do is shut up.
And I'm like, all right, I'll shut up. I can't, so I'm gonna text you when I can't because I'm pissed.
Yeah.
And she's being a dick.
Right.
And then I'll text you and then whatever, and I'll be fine. So if you have that problem, sometimes you just need an outlet of someone who is not the person you're mad at.
Yes. Absolutely.
And then you got to talk to them.
You need to vent somewhere else. Yeah, that's not that person that you're mad at.
Whether it's a therapist, a friend,
right?
Like even like
a
anyone
pillow,
but
whatever.
the kid.
Yeah,
anyone but the kid.
Right? Yeah, exactly. There's
been times where like, so me and Steph's thing is like we like to jokingly bicker.
Oh.
It's a joke, like where like how sometimes I'll yell like jokingly.
Okay, yeah.
And she and Violet's always like, "Hey guys, don't argue." I'm like, "Whoa, we're just kidding. We're kidding." But that shit is so true. I'm glad we finally talked about that because I didn't know if it would be okay. Like if you want to edit it out, I'm fine with that.
I'm not editing this out because I'm sure
it's so fucking real. No one fucking talks about it.
And
ever.
I'm sure as we talk about it, like I don't think that our respective baby mamas are going to listen to this, but if they did, I'm sure they would agree.
Well, someone's going to tell my baby mama, whoever, because every podcast, you right there, who tells my baby mom what we talk about here.
Yeah.
But she is an amazing mother.
Absolutely.
And I have told you that outside of this podcast, that she is a great mother. Mm-hmm. We do not get along. We might fucking hate each other.
Sure.
But she is a great mom. And I will never knock her for that.
Nope.
She is a great mom. She does what she has to do for my kids and her kids. Mm-hmm. And I'll never knock her for that. And all these motherfuckers want to throw this fucking shade and be like, oh, you should have heard what Jay said about you.
Someone gagged.
No, she's fucking like she hates me, I hate her. Absolutely. Whatever.
Sure.
And then the next month she's the best. I'm the worst. I'm the worst. She's the best.
It's
it changes.
A roller coaster of emotions.
It is.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, she knows deep down I'm a great dad. Yeah. I know deep down she's a great mom.
Yeah.
And that's all that should fucking matter.
You'll never admit it to one another.
No.
Ever.
Never.
No.
No, if she asks me, I'll tell her. If she's like, do you think I'm a great... Because there's been times where she's texted me things and I'm like, you're a great mom.
Yeah.
And I'll tell her because it is true. And I will not try to ever...
At the end of the day, you're a team.
After our talk, that talk that we had, I will never try to take the kids from her.
No.
Which is what I initially tried to do. And after we had that talk, I felt like shit about it.
Yeah.
And it was a year before we had that talk. Or maybe 2 years before we had our talk.
Yeah.
And I would never try, because why? You need your mom. You don't need your dad.
You need both parents.
Your dad helps a lot.
But definitely more your mom.
Your dad helps a lot,
yes.
but you need your dad, your mom.
Yeah.
Your dad helps, but you need your mom.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know where I would be without my mom.
Exactly.
For sure.
Same here.
Sure.
I'm a mama's boy, I know.
Big time.
You don't even got to tell me. I know you.
I have for like the longest time considered
you and your mom came over and she tried to make you a sandwich at my house.
I remember that. Yeah. I remember like that for the longest time I've thought about, because my mom in our family, she's like very the matriarch of the family. Like she's like the person that everybody goes to for advice. I
can tell.
Like if they're having an issue with anything, they call my mom. I
knew your mom better, because I can tell she's
she
awesome.
gives unbiased opinions and advice for anything.
Mom.
Love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom. I love you too. Even though
always
we only hung out
thought
one
about
time.
like starting a podcast just with her, where I like talk to her for like an hour a week. But like, how do you handle like being who you are in this family?
I will never forget. Sorry to interrupt, but I will never forget. She was our biggest supporter before we recorded a fucking sound.
She did, yeah. She's amazing. My mom is incredible, and I know she gets that from like trying to live my grandma's legacy, because my grandma was like that. Her mom was like, everybody loved her. Everybody went to her for everything. And now my mom's like, I need to be that person for everybody in my life. And I'm like, shit, I'm the oldest born. Like, fuck, I gotta be that one.
I gotta get my shit together.
Shit. Fuck. I gotta call my sisters more often. God damn it. This is crazy. But no, like your mom is so integral in your life, in everything that you do. I mean, she's the one that literally pushed you out of her body. She grew you for 9 fucking months.
Yeah.
And when you're born, she's that first person of contact. She feeds you. She does everything for you. A mom is extremely important. And as long as you have a healthy mom who's like not addicted to drugs or like doing all this crazy shit, like, you know, of course, like you need that interaction, that support in your life, and that's the only person you're going to get that from. So like hearing someone say, oh, your Christy's mom did this one thing and you could take custody from her, initially in my head I'm like, technically yes, you're right, I could fight for this, but like what the fuck am I even doing here?
I'm potentially ruining my daughter's life.
Oh my god, like I can, like the implications of even trying to do that almost gave me a fucking anxiety attack, because I was like, I can't.
Which is exactly why I
fucking
messaged
do
you
that
outside of that, because I was like, I know.
I was so stressed that night. I was so stressed. I was
because it's crazy. Because like
out.
The potential of what you could have, but then you got to think about it's not about you.
No, no.
You don't. This might sound stupid, but what like brings you like me to Earth is like. When me and her were together, we weren't, even when the twins were first born, we weren't really on the best terms. We weren't really into each other, nothing like that. And like the twins were born, and I remember like Gianna lost so much blood. And I've never said her name on this podcast.
No.
She lost so much blood that the doctor was like, you can't go up to NICU to see your kids. They were born like 4 weeks early.
Holy shit. Wow.
They're like, you shouldn't go up there. She asked me to take her up there, so I pushed her in a wheelchair to go up there.
Yeah.
And Avery had breathing problems. He had, like, the thing, and he needed help breathing and everything. Yeah. And Audrey was fine, but they were in the NICU together because they were twins. They were like, we put twins together.
Yeah.
They weren't in the same bed or anything, but, like, they need to be near each other.
Yeah.
And they were like, you can't even stand up. Like, they told her, you cannot stand up. I watched her stand up, pick up Avery, hold Avery, sit back down.
Wow.
That's when I was like, what the fuck can I say?
No.
What can like we can hate each other, but like she loves her kids. She loves them.
Absolutely.
She puts it all into it, and there's nothing I can say about it.
No.
We could have our qualms in a relationship because we weren't meant to be together.
Sure.
So we fucking hate each other.
Sure.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if she really sits there taking emotions aside, she knows like I said, she knows I'm a great dad. I know she's a great mom. But I watched her stand up from a wheelchair when they said you cannot stand. Picked up her son, sat him there right after he ripped that shit off like he's my son. Like, I don't need this shit.
Fuck your breathing utensil.
First time I saw him, the nurse was like, "You're his dad?" I was like, "Yeah, why?" She goes, "He just ripped his breathing apparatus off and did a push-up." I was like, "That's my boy.
That's my boy.
That's my fucking son."
Oh shit!
And that kind of shit though is so hard for someone to understand that doesn't have kids, or even say you have kids that are like 3 or 4, whatever. Then you break up with your baby mom, and then you got to figure it out. You don't think about shit like that.
No.
And I didn't even in the time. And we broke up when they were less than a year old. They were maybe 6 months old.
Yeah.
You don't think about it. That's why we had to have that conversation outside the chat where I was like, "Yo, I'm the only one with kids. We gotta talk."
I'm so thankful you texted me outside of that chat
because I already knew the emotions you were going through because I already been there.
I was going through the ringer.
Because initially she didn't want me to see the twins because I got back with my ex. Mm-hmm. So I already knew what you were going through was a situation of like, I kind of have some narratives I could push to take her back.
Yeah. Right.
But that's not really what's best for them.
No.
And in the moment, you think it is, but it's really best for you.
Because you only see this negative incident. That's one incident.
And you hone on that of like, she's a piece of shit.
Like, look what you did this one time. Like, but it's been 7 years.
But we've all done shit.
Hello.
We've all have.
I was almost in the exact same situation she was in when I'm pretty sure Christy was born. Like, the first year that she was alive, I almost had the exact same situation that my baby mama had. And that would have fucked everything up for me. And she could have easily
said, "You will never see Christy again." And court would have said, "You're right."
Yeah.
It's a felony.
Absolutely.
It's a felony. They could have said, "No, fuck you."
Right.
It's up to her.
So it's like, I can't judge because you want to live your life. Like, so we have a kid together and that complicates things. Okay, I understand that. But this is the one time that you've done this in 8 years that this has been a thing for us. I can't fault you for that.
And the weird thing is, like, I feel like people without kids, I judge more than people with kids because of things like that.
Yeah.
Like, if someone tells me they have a child, I know I can trust them.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you have some shit that you believe in.
Yeah.
You don't need to be. I don't care if you're religious. I don't care if you have a Trump flag in the back of your truck.
Nope. Nope.
But if you got a kid, I know you'll die for something.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I know I can trust you a little bit.
Absolutely. Totally agree with that.
Which I think is why we initially clicked, because we're the only people in that group, that circle, that had kids. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, "Yo, you got a daughter? Hey, I got a daughter."
Let's be besties.
Yeah. It took us maybe 2-3 times to hang out, because the first time we hung out and you put on Pokemon, I was like, I really like this guy. And you were like, "You want to smoke?" And everybody said no but me. And I was like, "Yeah, I want to smoke." You were like, "Yo, I'm on the Gary battle." I was like, "Yo, fuck Gary." And you were like, "Yeah, fuck Gary." I was like, "Hell yeah."
Fuck Gary. Fuck
do
that
you
guy.
know the night I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. I do know the night you're talking
the exact
about.
night. It was right after John put on the fucking transvestite porn. Fucking
weird.
You ran from the baby shower, now this? I gotta piss again. We're not ending it yet.
Oh, shit.
We're still going. Keep it going.
This shit is wild, ladies and gentlemen. What are you doing?
All right. You ready for this question?
No.
I know. All right. Let's pretend it's not Hallie just for the sake of the question.
Okay, yeah.
All right. You're in a relationship.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
You and this girl.
Ginger ale everywhere. Okay, me and this girl.
You and this girl take a break for, let's say, a month or 2.
Okay.
You get back together. 3 months after you're back together, you find out she's pregnant with someone else's baby.
Hold on. Just got shit going everywhere. Hold on. Okay, so I'm with a girl. We break up. 3 months after we get back together?
Let's say, let's not put time frames on it. All right?
Okay.
I did that by accident.
Okay.
So you and this girl together, you take a break, you get back together, and all of a sudden she finds out she's pregnant, and it's clearly not yours. But you already got back together.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of Facebook posts about this. So that's why I'm like,
what would I do in that situation?
Would you stay with her?
No, that spot was so wet. Oh shit!
That's what she said. Whoa, coaster, bro.
My coaster was wet. I need a new one.
Dude, Hallie would be so mad. Hallie, I'm the coaster
Our
king.
problem child's helping us out.
You're welcome. I taught you how to raise a preteen. All right.
Oh shit! I mean,
because you were on a break.
yeah. So I can't be mad at her.
So let's say you fucked 5 girls. She fucked one dude.
Good for me.
Yeah,
Shit.
good for you. She fucked one dude, happened to get pregnant.
Okay. I mean, fuck.
Well, I guess we should just
That's,
fucking kill this ginger ale.
That's tough because I can't be mad at her for what happened.
Yep.
But at the same time,
And
like,
you openly discussed your partners. You openly discussed you hooked up with other people.
Sure.
And then you guys are dating. Things are going fantastic. Then all of a sudden it's like she has a positive pregnancy test. And she goes to the doctors and they're like, you're 3 months pregnant. And it happened during the time you went together.
We were on a break. Yeah. Right.
Would you be able to stay with her / raise this kid?
My inner nice guy wants to say yes, I would be able to stay with her and like help raise this kid, but I don't know.
So like yes, but when she's not around, you'll push the kid to the ground.
No, I'm not going to blame the kid.
Fucking get out of here, Terrell.
Terrell, oh shit. I'm not gonna blame the kid for something that they have no control over. Like, they didn't, just because they're the product of what happened.
But my thing is, like, would you stay?
I want to say that I would, but I don't know.
I feel bad saying this, but I feel like my pride would not allow me.
I feel like I would be the same way. I feel like I would want to,
but would want to, but
my inner toxicity would boil up, and I would not be the best version of myself in that relationship. So I would I don't know, I would be aloof, I would be cold to both of them, which is unfair to both of them. So I want to say that I would be able to push past that, but I don't know if I would actually be able to. So
is it because of toxic masculinity?
See, here's the thing, though. I don't know if it's toxic masculinity or if it's just toxic in the fact that I am now put in this situation of becoming a parent when it was not my initial fault or actions that moved me to become a parent.
All right, let's kick it up a notch.
Ooh, shit.
You already have a kid with this girl.
So I already had a kid, and then we split.
Say it was you and Hallie are together. It's like 10 years deep. You guys take a break. So the kid you're about to have is 10.
Okay.
And then you guys take like a year break.
Yeah.
And then you get back together, and she's pregnant. Oh, shit.
Fuck. I don't know. I mean, I don't.
Can I read you something that might help?
Sure.
Toxic masculinity implies the existence of oops, I did it again masculinity and hit me baby one more time masculinity.
What does that even mean?
It's Britney Spears songs.
I get that.
Oh, okay.
Like, what does that mean?
All right, cheers. All right.
Oh, you're spilling everywhere.
Oh, shit.
Jesus
Super spillers.
It's all on this chair now. God, Hallie's going to murder me.
It's my work computer.
So if we were already together, we already had a kid together, and then we split for whatever reason, got back together, and then I found out that she was pregnant with someone else's baby.
Fuck that bitch.
I mean, initially, yes, that's kind of where my head goes, but I don't know.
I think I would take like a month off and then realize I'm being an asshole and then
And then you'd go back?
Yeah. And then be a part of the kid's life. Because I'm like, dude, I fucked multiple women. She fucked one dude. For all I know, these women could have had kids and didn't tell me.
Sure.
You could have 5 kids, and she had 1.
Yeah.
But I'm also in a relationship where I was with her. We had a kid. And then I got in another relationship. We had 2 kids.
That's a really good point.
And then she got back with me. So
that's a really good point.
For me,
yeah,
I cannot not be understanding.
Sure.
So that's why I wanted to know your take on it. Because for me personally, I'm in a situation where how can I not be understanding?
And that's totally fair.
Yeah.
I think because I haven't experienced that, where I haven't been in a situation where like I split up with someone and then like someone that I had a kid with and then I get back with someone else and I had other kids elsewhere, like I don't know how I would react to that situation. But I would like to think that knowing myself and knowing my personality and how I don't really like to abandon people or like make them feel really like upset in those types of situations, I feel like I would
based
be able
on
to,
how you grew up, I can understand that totally.
Yeah. Like I feel like I would be able to accept what happened, know that it's not like
I feel like
fault.
you could easily be like, fuck you, and look at the kid and be like, what's up?
Yeah.
I'll be your dad now.
100%. Yeah. Like I'll be pissed at your mom, but like I'm still going to love you as
You're not
a kid.
my kid, but I love you anyways.
Absolutely.
Because you need me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I get that from you. Yeah.
So I would like to think that I would be strong enough in that situation to be able to still be a parent figure to that kid who didn't ask to be put in this situation, obviously. But because I've never experienced that situation, I can't actually say definitively. But I would like to say, like, knowing who I am, that that's something that I would do.
I feel like you would. I just wanted to hear, what you had to say about it, which blows my mind because I'm like based on everything me and Steph went through, I'm like, how?
I don't
How
know
are
if
you
saw.
Such a good person? You're too good for me. And like her. Even like her and my son have such a bond that blows my mind.
Yeah.
That like I'm jealous of. I wish my son loved me like he loves her. But it's because he's a ladies' man. He loves the women.
Yeah.
And then my daughter is like, I want my dad. And that kind of blows my mind of like how. And I know she doesn't think of herself like that, but she's such a good person.
She is. She really is.
To like that is love.
Yeah.
Like
Facts.
I could never do anything wrong to her based on that.
Yeah.
Alone.
I get that. I
like
totally
if she
get that.
didn't want to be with me, I'm like, I got it. I get it. I get it. I totally get it. I cannot fault you. I understand it's hard, and the fact that we're back together fucking blows my mind.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how?
No, that's impressive. I mean, it takes a very strong person.
So strong.
To
and
be
she
able
has
to
no
do that.
idea.
Yeah.
And you might not even be watching.
Watch this one.
Because you're so behind. But she's, no, really, like, anyone that can step up in that situation.
Yeah.
Especially, like, we had a kid. We were married. We got divorced.
Mm-hmm.
I had more kids. Mm-hmm. And then we got back together. And then she has no... Like, at first, I didn't know if it would be weird, but she has no, like, negative feelings towards the twins. Like, she's
crazy.
So close to them that, it, like, I see it, and I'm like, what did I do to deserve this?
That's, I think, the rare ability of someone to see the innocence of a child and understand that the situation that you might have been born in was not your choice. Yeah. And I cannot judge you as a child for the situation that you were born into. And
also, it's like she understands the complexity of me and her breaking up.
Yeah.
And then me and her getting back together.
Sure.
And she understands in between is neither of our faults. No. What happened.
Yeah, right.
Because it's not like I fault her for sleeping with other guys when we were together. Like, like we weren't together. How can I be mad at you?
No, yeah. Right.
And that just blows my mind of like how much feeling she has for them and how nice she is and how caring and loving.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, you're so much of a better person than me. I'm so, like, I see her with my kids, and I'm like, I'm so shitty.
Yeah.
Which I don't really think I am, but I'm like, damn, you're like fucking Mother Teresa, and I'm the devil.
Oh, shit. No, I respect people who are able to do that, for sure.
I FaceTime my kids, and they say, where's Stephanie? And I'm like, motherfucker, you came from my balls.
I'm your biological.
I'm your dad. You just met her.
Oh, shoot. Nah, that's fantastic, though. Like, kudos to her for being able to do that, for sure. Oh, it's beautiful stuff, man. I love when families are able to coexist in that manner.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so Sway brought up a question in his 60 Seconds of Sway.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about sleep? Do you feel like
sleep
when you're dead? Or is it like sleep? How do you feel about like the grind versus like, all right, so say this podcast.
Uh-huh.
There's so many hours in a day.
Yeah.
You at work. You be able to do family, your dog, your life.
Your dog.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then balance of our ultimate goal of taking this shit off.
Yeah.
Which all 20 of you, thanks guys.
I love you guys.
But we're trying to push this to the next level. Mm-hmm. And like, how do you see that? Of like, do we need sleep? How do you see sleep when you're dead?
I mean, I think well, if I'm speaking like from a health perspective, everybody needs sleep. I mean, you need to sleep at least a little bit, recharge the batteries. I think that you grind while you have the energy and sleep when you need to. I think that I won't fault anybody for sleeping extra or like sleeping in if they need to sleep in or taking a nap throughout the day if they need to take a nap, right? But I think that while you're awake, as long as you're working on yourself and you're, working towards your goals and striving to be the person that you aspire to be or reach the goals that you want to reach, then you do that while you're awake. But if you need to rest, like fucking rest. Like it's like, for me, it's kind of like the people who do bodybuilding. Like, you bodybuild and you are in the gym for a certain amount of hours a day. Like, if you spend an entire day in the gym, like, you're not really doing shit for yourself past a certain amount of time. So, like, you need to be able to rest to let your body recover, to let your muscles recover, which I think is the same for, like, mental health or anything that you do. Like, you can grind and work for the hours that you can be as efficient, as productive as you can be, but then you also need to rest and reset and allow yourself to step back from whatever it is that you're doing and recharge your batteries so that you can come back the next time, the next session that you're in the gym or that you're being creative or whatever it is that you're doing and be as efficient as you were the first time. Like, I don't think you should overwork yourself because then over time your stuff starts to get sloppy and things start to fall apart and your quality of whatever it is that you're working towards isn't as high as it can be. And I think quality over quantity is, with everything in life, with food, with work, with working out, like with whatever you're doing, quality definitely over quantity. Like, you want to make sure that you're producing as high quality content and product or whatever it is that you're working towards as possible. So I think sleep is necessary. I think you need to build it into your life and make sure that you're getting enough of it that you need. It might be different hours for each person, but I think is making sure that you get whatever it is, the amount of sleep that you need is, like, you need to be able to do that. Because if you're just working 24/7, like, you're going to fucking burn out so fast and you're just going to end up producing stuff that is shitty and that nobody's going to want to listen to or, interact with.
I think that's my biggest problem, that I can't find that balance.
Yeah.
Because I'm either, like we talked about earlier, or last episode, since we're dividing it, I'm either 100 or 0. And I feel like I burn out so much because I'm either hitting doubles at work or I'm hitting doubles in the gym and I'm killing it. And then all of a sudden I'm like, fuck.
I'm dead.
I got bad feet. I can barely fucking walk. Because, like, yesterday, I got home yesterday and I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't walk.
Yeah.
And it took me drinking. And it took me, I had to drink and sit in bed all day and shower and chill. And then I was like, all right, now I can walk. Now I can do something. Then you fucking texted me and was like, yo, let's go window shopping. And I was like, all right, I'm down.
Let's do it.
Then I felt like shit after because I burned myself to the ground at work because I can't say no. When it comes to work and money, I'm so used to not having it and not having that opportunity that I can't say no.
Right.
So they're like, can you come in at 10? And I got out at 2. And I'm like, hell yeah, I'll be there. And I'll be the best employee there.
Yeah.
And then when I woke up the day after, I was like, fuck. I just worked a 14-hour day and I can't move. Yeah. And then I woke up and was like, well, and then I keep bringing, quotes in my head that I always follow where it's like, you work your 9 to 5, and if you're not doing anything after, you're uninspired. So I'm like, fuck that. I want to bodybuild. I'm going to go to the gym. So I do it. And then, today, I went to the gym, and I was fucking dead after, but I was like, nah, we got to record. Because to me, this is number one to me. Because I love this podcast. I love what we do. I love what we're about.
Absolutely.
Thank you to everyone that watches, because this is my shit. This is my outlet. I don't have... Of people I'm not related to, you're one of 3 people that I talk to. You, Red, and Kelvin. That's it. Yeah. And then Matt and Joey. So but I'm related to them. Yeah. But what I'm saying is it's hard to find that balance.
Of course, it is. It is very hard, and you probably won't find that balance until you're probably in your 30s.
Dead. I am in my 30s.
Exactly. So it's
until I'm dead.
Right. So I don't think that you should put too much pressure on yourself to find that balance, because I mean, this is a totally different conversation to have, but I think our education system puts so much pressure on people to find something that they love and something that they want to do for the rest of their life before they turn 18, that it's
yeah, for sure.
How are you going to ask a child to figure out what they want to do for the rest of their life like that?
I'm not going to teach you how to manage finances. I'm not going to teach you how to do your taxes. I'm not going to teach you how to find the right path, but figure out what you're passionate about.
Absolutely. Before you go to college.
You'll get paid.
Yeah. I don't know.
Fuck off. That's not how it works.
It's crazy. But yeah, I think get the sleep that you need. Don't deprive yourself. You need to recharge those batteries.
That's the hard part for me, because I struggle so much, I'll sleep when I'm dead. And nah, I need to sleep.
Sometimes it takes me a while to go to sleep at night, but then when I go to sleep, I'm like, I don't want to fucking wake up.
Waking up is the hardest part for me. The worst is when Violet's like, you sleep all day.
Shut up.
I'm like, I go to bed when you wake up, right? And she's like, nah, you sleep all day. Bitch.
Oh, shit. Anyways, sleep when you need to.
Do you have kid songs that get stuck in your head because of Christy?
He knows every word to the Mickey Mouse.
I do.
He knows.
So for those who might not have heard that,
I don't know if you heard Hallie.
I know.
He knows
every word to the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse CD.
Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Hey. Yeah, I know that shit.
That's my jam.
Every time I sing it, I hear Dada. Stop.
Yup. Then why don't they want you to sing?
They hate it. Violet hates when I sing.
It's your favorite music. Why can't we enjoy this together?
The twins are starting to get like that too, because when they go to sleep, I hear Mickey Mouse. I'm like, all right, I'll put on Mickey Mouse 11.
Yeah.
I put it on if they wake up, and Audrey, and I'm like, hot dog. She's like, Dada.
Shush.
Her whole hand. But for her, it's like this. It's this little baby claw.
Come on. I thought we were sharing this experience together.
The worst is every single day, no exaggeration, every day, a JoJo Siwa song is in my head.
I am thankful that Christy is not a big JoJo Siwa
what
fan.
They say. I'm going to come back like a boomerang.
Ooh. Shit. See,
Won't let the haters get their way.
You got the experience of Christy's favorite artist when she was in Mass with us.
And she's so much better.
Zaza.
Zaza is so much better than JoJo Siwa. Her beats are banging.
Banger. That's the production quality of Zaza's music.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
Insane. It's so good. But yeah, I think Zaza or the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse stuff, that's the two things that are constantly in my head.
When school
place you have to be.
Advertisement. We're not supported
I'm
by
muting
whatever
it. I was just
advertisement
trying to
that
play-
was. We're
Honorable order.
hey. That's a no. That's a no. That's a no. Hey.
What's in there?
Hey.
This is my favorite song. When you play it on the song.
That's a no. That's a no. That's a no. That's a
Just out here jumping
no.
on couches.
You know, Zaza, I haven't seen the music video. That's lit.
Just look at that. That's still. Support your local girl gang.
Support 'em.
Gang.
Zaza.
3 hours?
Yeah, dog, we're out here. This might be 3 episodes. Shit, I don't know.
Shit. No wonder why they called me.
Well, anywho, but yeah, those
guys.
are the two. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and Zaza are the two that are stuck in my head because of Christy. And I appreciate
Every single
them.
day I wake up with JoJo stuck in my head and I get so mad. I had a dream. I had the weird dream last night. All right, this might get me in trouble. In advance. Sorry in advance.
Oh boy.
It was not all right, but in my defense, it was not sexual. All right, before I tell this dream, it was not sexual.
Okay.
I should not have said that, and I should not be telling the story, but I'm still gonna tell it.
now.
Yeah, we're already deep.
Oh boy.
So last night, I had a dream that someone hit me in the face. Did you hear my neck crack? That was weird.
I thought you made that with your mouth. That was your
that was
neck?
my
Holy
neck.
shit.
So someone hit me in the face with a baseball bat, like crack. And some girl I never met in my life on Instagram was like there for me.
Oh.
It was so weird. It was not sexual or anything. It
Yeah.
wasn't like one of those dreams.
Right.
But it was like someone hit me in the face, and then like my whole family was like trying to ask me about it. We're trying to figure out who it is. It was like I don't remember anything. I just remember waking up and there's a bat right next to me. Weirdest dream I ever had.
Wow.
Ever.
That's crazy. Why someone cracking you upside the head with a bat, dog?
That's what I'm saying.
I wonder what that means. Did
Yeah,
you
that's
Google it?
fucked
Did you
up.
look it up? Like what it
I
means to be hit?
haven't yet.
You gotta look it up.
Oh yeah, this is like the second time we talked about that.
Yeah. You gotta look it up. See what it means to be hit in the head by a bat in your dream. But did you know?
Hit by bat.
Fun fact about dreams that, and so you know, like the girl that you said you've never met in your entire life that you
Never
probably
met her.
So you probably don't recognize who she is. Like would probably
If
say
I
like
seen her in person, I would. She's like a bodybuilding chick. Like,
okay, so you kind of like know-ish who she is.
Yeah.
So random fun fact for everybody out there who might not know, your brain, when it's dreaming, can't create a face on its own. So any face that you see in your dream is someone that you may have seen in real life, whether it's just like a split second walking down the street.
I've heard that too.
Or someone in
Okay.
like the grocery store. Like
It's just
any
filling a
face,
void.
any face that you've seen
Of like,
in your
someone
dream,
needs to be here.
Yeah, like it's
for
like this is
what
a face that we've seen before.
We're
Let's
doing this, so
plug it in there. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Hitting someone with a bat in a dream suggests lost opportunities, past relationships, forgotten aspects of your life. You feel that you are unable to hold on to your own or stand up for yourself.
Oh.
You're either experiencing some sort of guilt. Your dream suggests extreme hostility toward a situation or someone else.
Oh, you feeling hostile?
You are trying to be someone you are really not.
Oh, Jason. You trying to be someone you're not? Wait, is that hitting someone or being hit by a bat?
Being hit by.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Hitting
just
someone
kidding.
else. Okay. Oh. I was like, that's not me.
So it might be different for being hit by a bat, which is kind of good. Which we take those. Oh, shit. I just made a big noise hitting my boom arm. We're looking up things.
Hey, so we'll reiterate. If you have questions, want some advice by some basic boys, please
Don't
hit
take
up-
this advice as the advice that you should do.
hit
in
me
your
up
life,
on
though.
Instagram, Heel, HeelJaysun, or Basic Boys with a Z podcast. And I don't know what Jordan's is. It's like some weird don't find me backwards Jordan
No,
shit.
my handle is the Big Bro Joe. JoThe.
He's a liar.
How you gonna tell me I'm a liar with my Instagram handle?
I'm sorry, I was reading.
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, guy.
That's a no.
How much longer are we going? Because I gotta cook dinner still, bro.
Yeah, I can't find shit on what we're talking.
Okay. It should be right there.
Next to the jelly.
Don't do that. The jelly's in the fridge.
So
it should be in the fridge.
technically is next
or
to
in the
it.
cabinet. I don't know. Is it not?
No.
Oh. All right. Well, I gotta go. I gotta cook dinner, and
There's 2 episodes
my
in
wife
one, so I
fed.
feel like we did pretty good.
I think so too.
This is the longest one we've ever done.
You guys have a fantastic evening, day, night, morning,
sorry.
whenever you're listening to this. We love you. Stay true to yourself, and yeah, have a great day.
And don't let the man hold you down.
Don't let anybody mansplain
And if you have a
anything
Trump
to you.
flag attached to your vehicle, just take it off. Move on. Vote for the next Republican. It's fine. It's fine. No one will doubt you for voting for a Republican, but just take the flag out. It's weird.
Yeah,
It's just so weird.
yeah.
Believe what you believe, but that's so weird.
Okay. Talk to him, bro. Camera's
To talk to him, bro. Oh, and don't forget to submit your buttholes to J-Max. He gave you his Instagram handle. He wants to see the buttholes.
I don't want to see them.
Don't forget
send
about
them
the
to me,
buttholes.
please. Oh, God. Bye.
Privyet, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of our viewers out there. Shout out to our first international viewer to comment from their country or continent. Maybe I'll consider booking a trip out there, but that's not what this is about right now. All right, focus up. All right, I want to talk to y'all about your week. You know, it's currently Wednesday where we're at right now. Shout out Framingham. Let's go for something in the morning. I'm on my way to disc golf in New Hampshire, and you know what? Part of my goal this week was to get better at disc golf, and that's what I'm doing right now. I also want to positively influence someone at work, whether if it's a staff member or a kid. Are y'all setting goals this week? If so, comment down. Let us know what they are. And if not, here's a goal for y'all. Why don't you try being 1% better than the day before? And if you don't hit that, try the next day. I fucking love you guys. Shout out Jordan and Jay, baby. You already know. 60 seconds with sweat. I'm out. Stay beautiful. You are loved.